Hi, my name is Alicia, and if this is your first time visiting my channel, welcome. So I'm re-recording this part because the file got damaged. So basically, here's my understanding of affirmative action. It's basically giving marginalized people the opportunity to go to school like everybody else. Like for instance, if you see your grandpa's name on the building and you got money, sometimes the rules are bent so that way that rich person can get into school and you're not qualified. Now, I honestly don't feel all that qualified to make a video on affirmative action because, to be honest, my high school didn't use affirmative action on me. I went to a private Catholic school, and it basically was, hey, we're going to have you apply to all these schools, and you're either going to get in or you're not. And so I got into all my top schools, including my favorite school at the time. And when I was thrown the affirmative action topic, I was like, I'm trying to stay away from college shit, y'all. I keep telling y'all college ain't my business, but I do tackle racism, so okay, my darn bestest, give it my best try. Can anybody out there chime in your opinions and comments below, because I feel like I could get educated on this just as much as I'm making a video on this. So yeah, and I'm going to be honest with you, I really don't like talking about college due to some of the experiences I've had, and I even started rooting for a new school. And at the time, I experienced so much racism at my campus that I started visiting other campuses and getting to know other schools. And trying to find a place to call home. So affirmative action or not, I experienced a lot of racism, and I didn't tell friends. I didn't choose to talk about it. I just try to deal with it the best way I can and be a positive influence to the people in my life, despite me getting my ass whooped on campus a lot, on a lot of different levels. So let me know if I'm too far off. Let me know what you think. Affirmative action, in my mind, or how I was always told, is this is trying to add diversity on campus, and the world is just not made of white people, and so we need to learn about a bunch of different cultures. We are trying to make these college campuses reflect the world that we live in. Same thing when I'm on film sets. The world isn't just all white. There needs to be diverse films of all the cultures so we can learn about all the cultures, the world, the film industry, and just all out Hollywood needs to reflect the world we live in. There needs to be representation of all cultures so everyone is represented fairly. On the other hand, there's some people that say, well, if it wasn't for affirmative action, you wouldn't be on campus. So this is something that's not going to go away anytime soon, and we're just going to keep the discussion going, I think. And on the other hand, like I said in the last clip, I've experienced so much hate and racism on my campus that by design, I sort of designed my life where I just kind of want to be solo. And I keep getting these fire trucks, man. Hope the person's okay though. Okay, let me stop this. Anyways, I was treated so badly and I experienced so much racism on my campus that it literally altered my view of the world. It made me think, oh, I'm just gonna have to learn how to do things for me, by me. And now that I've found my own little way to be successful in my own way, you know, if I mess up, it's my fault. If I'm successful, it's my fault. Because there's a lot of us people out here who are solo islands. You know, they say no one person's an island, but we've had no choice but to be an island. Now that I'm like that, I have all these readings and all these people and all these suggestions and all these spiritual guides and my ancestors and angel numbers. Well, don't be like that. There's people out here you can trust, and oh my gosh, Leisha, don't do that. No. I found something that works for me and I'm going to stick with it, and I'm just going to ignore well-intentioned advice, because when I did listen to that well-intentioned advice, I got fucked over. So I'm not going to make excuses or go woe is me or play victim, but I found my lanes. So anywho, I just want to finish up that thought. So, story time. There was actually this girl that was in my class in the School of Technology, and she talked about how rich her daddy was and how she didn't have to attend class, and if she wanted to, she could do what she wanted because her dad paid for her way to get into school. And I think affirmative action is supposed to offset stuff like this. You know, help marginalized kids who normally wouldn't have a chance get in. Just a thought. And like I said, I feel like on some level I'm not educated enough to make a video like this, because I told you my history on affirmative action. I didn't use it to get in. So keep the opinions and stuff coming. You know, DM me, leave a comment below. Let me know what your story is on affirmative action, your opinion, your thoughts. Okay. To recap all of this, and like I said, this is kind of going off affirmative action a little bit, and it's kind of like just a personal thing. I'm not the jealous type of person. Even if I were sitting next to somebody in my class who was richer, had access to things I didn't have access to, had opportunities that I didn't have, daddy paid their way through college. Being a hater and hating on somebody is not going to get you anywhere. And so my thing is, instead of hating on somebody, wishing somebody ill will, oh, you're a rich bitch and you get to go to all these cool places that I don't get to go to. My thing is to figure out how to put myself at an advantage and propel myself forward, instead of hating on somebody who's more successful, who's richer, who has more money, who have 5 generations worth of wealth in their family. Like, I know people, as I make this video, their great grandpa was rich, or even just like a 4th grade. Let's just stop it even a 3rd grade. Their 3rd great grandpa was rich. They already had millions of dollars and had businesses waiting for them after they graduated, and they could have like technically gone into that business after high school if they wanted. They were rich. I didn't have a jealous bone in my body. If you didn't have to go through some of the things I had to go through, I'm happy for you, honey. So when I've had all these readings say, surrender, open up. Even though I was having a hard time in school and getting my ass whooped emotionally, psychologically, mentally, one of the things I always promise myself is I'm going to take control of my own destiny, and I'm not going to blame nobody else. And ever since that happened, I've had some really cool things happen. Ooh, car coming. Car coming. Car coming. And life isn't always perfect, but I've found my successes in my own ways. And dog. And I think the dog got nervous by the car. Anyways. I've found successes in my own ways, and I'm determined to be the most singlest, happiest person I can be. and continue to take responsibility for my own destiny. And there is another reading, and dog, come on, shh, hush. I actually got another reading that said, oh my gosh, fireworks and dog. Okay, so I actually had another reading that said, when you choose to eliminate toxicity, toxic people, toxic places, toxic things, don't let them back in your life. So I always find it interesting that despite how badly I was treated in college, and I've chosen to turn that around in my own way, that some of the tarot readings I've been getting lately is like, soften up, it's going to be alright, let people in your life. Yes, but I'm going to also have and keep my stronger boundaries, and I'm not going to just take anybody in because the universe and my angel numbers and the ancestors say I should. I'm going to have stronger boundaries, and if people in my past hurt me physically, emotionally, psychologically, I'm not going to let them back in my life. So I got way off topic, and excuse all the noises. Everybody's starting to celebrate 4th of July at the time of this. So okay, so here's a reading that I'm going to go ahead and say really quick. I originally said it in my first clip, but that clip got damaged. I don't know what happened. I think sometimes like when I transfer files over to the computer, it just got damaged. So let me put it right here. This is the first time I worked with this person, and she was able to predict all this to the T. I'm like, wow, she is on point. You have a dicey relationship when it comes to people. You could have been betrayed by people who were close to you, associates, people that you thought you could trust. It's almost like you keep feeling like whenever you open yourself up to someone, it feels like an invitation for them to betray you. Yes, that is so accurate. Yes, somebody understands me. Your ancestors, spirit team, and guardian angel don't want you to feel like this. Sorry, you guys are a day late, and gals are a day late and a dollar short. I already feel that way. A day late and a dollar short. They don't want you to feel like every person you come across is going to hurt you. What did I just say? Day late, dollar short. You don't trust others. It's like you love people, but at the same time, people are the enemy. And she said, I don't blame you. I also feel like you have gone to the extent of isolating yourself to where you won't accept jobs when it comes to like customer service, because you're like, I'd rather just work independently without people because you feel safer that way. Thank you. Like, I feel like this lady who did the reading understands me more than all the people that knows me in my life right now. It's so crazy because that shit is so true. Like, I became a YouTube influencer and entrepreneur just to make sure that I don't have to work with folks. I mean, if I could work a normal 9-to-5 job without people bothering me, I would reconsider. But I've had too much shit go down and too much backstabbing. I said, hey, I just need to do stuff where I don't have to work with people. And it's basically what it boiled down to. So anywho, this is kind of off topic of affirmative action stuff, but I just thought it'd be cool to just add that in, because what I'm doing is putting all my readings I've ever received in different videos over time. So I feel like in order to give people previews of some of the readings I've done, I'm just gonna put them in videos. Booyah. But this lady's on point. I said, lady, you understand me. Do you know me or knew me in a past life or something? Because this stuff is accurate. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and turn it off right now. On to the next section. Thanks for watching my video. Bye! Yeah, I'm going to find a new way to say bye every week. This is starting to be fun. Alright, later.